Hello, hi. Here's Katherine Bihlmeier with a daily exercises, and today we have 73. I will be lighter. Today we will reflect on the will you share with God. This is not the same as the useless desires of the ego that give rise to darkness and nothingness. The will that you share with God contrains all the power of creation. The ideal desires of the ego are not shared and therefore have no power at all. His desires are not idle in the sense that they can create a world full of illusions in which your faith can be very strong. But with regard to creation, you are actually inactive. You're not doing anything that's real. Idle desires and complaints are partners or co-creators in imagining the world you see. The ego's desire created it, and the ego's need to discomfort necessary to maintain it populates. It populates. If it populates it with figures who seem to attack you and demand a just judgment. These characters become intermediates that the ego uses to air grievances. Remember, we had grievances for a couple of times in the exercises. They stand between your consciousness and the reality of your brothers. When you see them, you neither recognize your brothers nor yourself. Your will is lost in the strange barter trade in which guilt is exchanged back and forth, and the discomfort increases with each exchange. Can such a world have been created by the will that the Son of God shares with his Father? Did God create a catastrophe for his Son? Creation is the will of both together. Would God create a world that kills itself? Today we will try again to reach a world that corresponds to your will. The light is in it because it does not contradict the will of God. It is not heaven, but the light of heaven shines upon it. The darkness has disappeared. The idle desires of the ego were withdrawn, but the light that shines on the world reflects your will, and so we must look for it in you. Your image of the world can only reflect what is inside you. The source of neither light nor darkness can be found outside. Complaints darken your mind and you look at a darkened world. Forgiveness, it's the darkness, reaffirms your will and allows you to look toward a world of light. We have repeatedly emphasized that the barrier of discomfort is easily overcome and cannot stand between you and your salvation. The reason is quite simple. Do you really want to be in hell? Do you really want to cry, suffer, and die? Forget the arguments of the ego that want to prove that this is all really heaven. You know it's not like that. You can't want that for yourself. There is a point beyond which illusions cannot go. Suffering is not happiness, and it is the happiness you really want. No. This is actually your will, and so salvation is also your will. You want to be successful in what we are practicing today. We undertake it with your blessings and your joyful consent. We will succeed today. Remember that you want salvation for yourself. You want to accept God's plan because you are part of it. And I can tell you from my own experience that since I started with exercises and doing my exercises daily and even in the night, and what's happening is when I'm not really in this full happiness, feeling this full abundance love of God in me, or if I'm not truly in this light, then it gets so worse. What I mean with that is I can't stand it anymore. I can't stand it. It's really just a bit of not being totally in it and focused in it. It makes it so strong to come back, and nothing else is more worth it and more focused and more wanted than immediately take the responsibility to come back again to the love of God, to the guidance, to the light, to the ease, to the peacefulness, and to this profound and deep happiness. So you will see, the more you do the exercises, the more you feel good and you feel like being home, you want more. This addiction of wanting to suffer is gonna just change to the addiction to truly feeling good, not out of discomfort or out of your ego mind, but it's just like there is nothing else than that. So just keep doing your exercises, and you contribute to your life, to your well-being, and to the world, and to your life also. So I go on. You have not will that can really counteract this, and you don't want to. Salvation is for you. Above all, you want the freedom to remember who you really are. Today it is the ego that is powerless against your will. Your will is free and nothing can prevail against it. Therefore, we undertake today's exercises with joyful confidence, knowing that we will find what you want to find and remember what you want to remember. No vain desires can stop us or deceive us with the illusion of strength. Let your will be done today and forever, and the insane belief that you must choose hell over heaven. We will begin our extended practice periods with the recognition that God's plan for salvation and His alone is completely in harmony with your will. It is not the purpose of an alien power that is involuntarily forced upon you. It is the only goal here in which you and your Father are complete agreement. You will succeed today. The time appointed for the deliverance of the Son of God from hell and from all the desires, from all idle desires. He has now become aware of his will again. He is ready today to see the light within him and be saved. And remember, who is the Son of God? You are the Son of God. Having remembered this and determined to keep your will clear in mind and focused, say to yourself with gentle determination and calm certainty, I will be light there. Let me see the light that reflects God's will and mine. Can you hear? It's both in one. Then let your will prevail, combined with strength of God and united with yourself. Place the rest of the practice time under their guidance. Join them in the lead the way, as they lead the way. During the shorter practice periods, make it clear what you really want. Legend. I will be light there. Darkness is not my will. This should be repeated several times an hour. I will be light. I am light there. I replace a lot where there is something going on in the future, like I will be light. I'm replacing it with the present time. I am the light there. I am the light there. Darkness is not my will. This should be repeated several times an hour. However, it is most important to apply today thought in this form whenever you are tempted to have a complaint of any kind. This will help you let go of your complaints instead of harboring them and hiding them in the darkness. I wish you an amazing outcome with that, and look how you started in the morning, and look how you finished in the day, in the evening, and during the day. Do these exercises, run it, let it run in you silently. Thank you for being part of our Miracle Heart family, and these exercises, if they are helpful for you, then please share it, and thank you for sharing it, because together we are the wonders we want to see in the world. Light and love for you. Thank you very much.